I headed back from the calm of Ischia to the chaotic streets of Naples. The overcrowded city seems to be spreading in an unregulated, predatory way, swallowing in its path scores of small farms on the outskirts that for centuries have supplied the city. There are now only a few survivors, farming high on the slopes of an extinct volcano where it's too steep to build. Taking me to meet one of these last remaining semi-urban farmers is the writer and campaigner Bruno.
Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you, Bruno.
Well, it's lovely to be here, but tell me what is special about this place? What makes it different to others?
Because this is one of the last places where you can find the original farmers. They still work in a traditional way, no pollution, no chemical. And you can find the flower and plants that you cannot find in other places. Peppino!
Peppino Polverino farms 10 acres of land on the hillside behind his house, where he grows superb fruit and vegetables.
Presento Monti.
Peppino. Nice to meet you. Peppino. These are fantastic. Look at that.
Lemon from this place.
You grow these?
Yes.
Beautiful. And look at all this. And all this grown on the land here.
Sì.
Those are all beans.
Queste sono le fave, la fava napoletana, quella lunga. Questa è la rabarussa.
It's beetroot.
You will try after.
Good, okay. Okay, let's do.
Very fresh.
Very fresh.
I can't wait.
Questo è il figlioletto del frutto. Che ce ne stanno anche altri.
It's very good.
Buono?
Buono.
Okay.
All this is harvested this season.
Only fresh and only seasons.
So just up here? Although almost sheer in places, the land on these slopes has been worked for at least 300 years. But Peppino is one of the last remaining growers here. You won't get any machinery up here. You get
tu vieni col trattore, no? Sì. He come with the tractor.
Gosh, if he brings his little tractor up here, he's a braver man than I. So the soil here, what is the soil like?
Volcanic.
Volcanic soil, so very fertile.
Pyroclastic, sì, very fertile.
Very fertile.
I've visited a lot of allotments in my time, but this is certainly the steepest. The city is right there, isn't it?
Yes, just...
Right there. Yeah. And there's Vesuvius. And how do you feel when you look out?
Per fortuna si è bloccata a valle.
Fortunately, now it's stopped. Only 20 years ago, there were fields of orange, lemon tree, cherry tree.
It seems depressingly likely that Peppino's land will sooner or later also disappear under the remorseless lava-like flow of urbanization.
Albicotte.
Beans, plums, apricots, you know each individual plant.
Sì.
Although the spread of Naples is eroding these allotments and market gardens, Peppino's land is no quasi-rural affectation. It is the real thing, and a perfect model for small urban farms of the future. This feels like a garden, even though it's 10 acres of intensive veg, you could say. The fact that it's loved and cared for as much as any garden of any description, I think does the trick. There is that kind of human magic that works. And it's been going on here for 200 years. But I wonder really how long this can last. There's Naples encroaching in like an angry sea. And it would be a real shame if I were to come back here in 20 years' time and found that where I'm sitting now is a block of flats. Peppino wouldn't let me leave without sharing a meal with his family, and every scrap grown and harvested from his 10 acres. Here at the table is the real heart and soul of Italian gardening. This is your wine. Yes. So everything here is made by Peppino.
The wine too.
The wine too. Well, you're very good health. Cheers.
Cheers.
Naples is very different from the rest of Italy, and so are its gardens. that have evolved over the past 200 years to become looser, softer, and more obviously romantic than its northern Renaissance counterparts. But there is one garden here left to visit in the south that is not just more romantic than any other that I have ever visited, but simply one of the loveliest, most magical gardens of any kind, anywhere in the world.